Another day, another story. President Donald Trump has unveiled a new, Gold Card, visa program, offering wealthy foreign investors a pathway to U.S. citizenship for a $5 million investment. This initiative aims to replace the existing EB-5 immigrant investor program, which required a lower investment and had faced criticism for inefficiencies and fraud. The administration believes this move will attract affluent individuals who will contribute to the U.S. economy through spending, tax payments, and job creation. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick emphasized that applicants would undergo thorough vetting to ensure they are wonderful world-class global citizens. However, critics express concerns about potential security risks, corruption, and the overall effectiveness of such investment-based residency programs. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. The Gold Card visa is expected to be launched in 2 weeks and will grant permanent residency and work rights, similar to the current Green Card, but with a more direct route to citizenship. Unlike the EB-5 program, which required investments ranging from $800,000 to $1,050,000 and mandated job creation, the new visa focuses solely on the investment amount without specific employment conditions. HoustonChronicle.com. Despite the administration's optimism, experts are skeptical about the program's potential success. Immigration and wealth advisors suggest that the high investment threshold, coupled with concerns over higher taxes and global income taxation, may deter potential applicants. Additionally, the proposal requires congressional approval, which could face opposition. This announcement comes amid other significant policy changes, including intensified measures against undocumented immigrants and proposed budget resolutions involving substantial tax breaks and spending cuts. The administration's approach to immigration continues to spark debate, reflecting differing perspectives on economic growth, national security, and social equity. Wealthy foreigners willing to pay about $5 million, Russian oligarchs potentially among them, will soon be able to apply for a visa to live in the United States courtesy of what is being billed as the Trump Gold Card. Donald Trump announced the new visa program from the Oval Office on Tuesday night, saying it could start in about 2 weeks. It's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes, he said. The president was asked by reporters whether Russian oligarchs would be eligible to apply. "Yeah, possibly," he replied. "I know some Russian oligarchs that are very nice people." The Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, said all applicants would be thoroughly vetted to ensure they were wonderful, world-class global citizens. Despite the $5 million asking price, the new visas for sale scheme is likely to be popular among the global super-rich. One possible impediment is America's unusual tax system, which makes U.S. citizens answerable for U.S. taxes on income earned anywhere in the world. The new Trump Gold Card will be created at a time when the president is devoting much of his time to deporting millions of undocumented immigrants. It will also provide a twist on America's traditional reputation as a refuge for hard-working poor, yearning to breathe free. As the political comic Jason Selvig noted, the Gold Card offers a rewriting of the words inscribed on the Statue of Liberty. "Give me your tired, your rich, your huddled masses of oligarchs." Despite the administration's optimism, experts are skeptical about the program's potential success. Immigration and wealth advisors suggest that the high investment threshold, coupled with concerns over higher taxes and global income taxation, may deter potential applicants. Additionally, the proposal requires congressional approval, which could face opposition. Reuters.com. This announcement comes amid other significant policy changes, including intensified measures against undocumented immigrants and proposed budget resolutions involving substantial tax breaks and spending cuts. The administration's approach to immigration continues to spark debate, reflecting differing perspectives on economic growth, national security, and social equity. What are EB-5 visas? The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, USCIS, controls the EB-5 program, which has allowed foreign investors, as well as their spouses and children under 21, to apply for lawful permanent residence, or in other words, become a green card holder, according to USCIS. Congress created the program in 1990 to boost the economy under the idea that foreign investors could create jobs and capital investment, a CIS said. 2 years later, Congress introduced the Immigrant Investor Program, also known as the Regional Center Program, to set aside EB-5 visas for investors who invest businesses associated with regional centers USCIS approved as places for promoting economic growth. Investors were eligible for the program if they could make the necessary investment in a commercial enterprise in the United States, and create or preserve 10 permanent full-time jobs for qualified U.S. workers. According to the Department of Homeland Security's 2023 Yearbook of Immigration Statistics, nearly 1,500 people under the investor status obtained lawful permanent residence in 2023. Lutnick said the EB-5 program was a way to get a green card that was low-priced. So the president said, rather than having this ridiculous EB-5 program, we're gonna end the EB-5 program, Lutnick said. We're going to replace it with the Trump Gold Card, which is really a green card gold, so they'll be able to pay $5 million to the U.S. government. How much did EB-5 visas cost? After former U.S. President Joe Biden signed the EB-5 Reform and Integrity Act as part of the Consolidated Appropriations Act in March of 2022, the investment amount for an EB-5 visa increased. Petitions filed after Biden reformed the EB-5 program require a standard minimum investment amount of $1,050,000, according to the USCIS. In a targeted employment area, T, which is an area that is rural or has high unemployment, the minimum investment amount is $800,000, according to USCIS. Trump did not make mention of any requirement to create jobs, the AP reported. They'll be wealthy and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people, and we think it's going to be extremely successful, Trump said in the Oval Office. Have there been fraud concerns for the EB-5 program? According to the Congressional Research Service, Biden's 2022 act reforming the EB-5 program included a number of oversight measures to respond to concerns that were raised about potential fraud and abuse in the program. The act created an EB-5 Integrity Fund that USCIS was required to direct toward investigating and detecting fraud and other crimes in the program, assessing compliance and conducting regional center audits every 5 years, according to the CRS. Regional centers are private or public economic centers the USCIS designates for economic growth and participation in the EB-5 program, according to USCIS. According to the Freiberger Haber National Law Firm, based in New York, common types of EB-5 fraud can include a company or regional center and its financial backers soliciting EB-5 program investors with expectations of high rates of return and promising that the investment is risk-free. When will these gold cards be available? For those who have an extra $5 million to buy a path to citizenship, the gold cards will replace the EB-5 visas in 2 weeks, Lutnick told the AP. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.